Hey, welcome to a typical day here on the ranch of kind of chores that we do to feed both the goats and the cows. First, we load the goat feed, load the cow feed, probably load a bale of hay for the cows as well. For the goats, been starting to feed medicated feed. We've had a lot of rain lately, so there is a lot of molds, bacteria that when the goats ingest it, they start having stomach problems, let's say, which can lead to bad dehydration. So you can understand why we want to make sure that they're medicated to prevent that. In addition to the medicated feed, in about another week when the medicine comes in, we're going to do what's called drenching the goats. And that sounds terrible, and frankly, it's not a whole lot of fun. We got to catch each goat individually and with a syringe, plunge this medicine down their throats. We did have one of the last moms finally have her kids, so we are almost done. Good to see Hershey and Kiss watching over the little ones. Come on, Hershey. Come on. Ah, you found my stash. In addition to drenching the goats, we've still got a few more new baby goats that we need to apply ear tags to. And then some of these boys are ready to be made into wethers. Basically a steer if it was a cow. So the way we do that is we catch them and we use these rubber bands. That'll probably be in the next episode as well. Because some of these are starting to get a little feisty. With this chore done, need to throw down a bale of hay. You got to be careful not to hit the newborn or its mother, and then we'll go feed the cows. So up to the hayloft we go. Hopefully no snakes. Sometimes there are. For the billy. right, we got the bale of hay and the cow cubes loaded. Also grabbed a small bucket of feed for the billies that we've separated from the nannies now. So on to step 2. Come. I know what y'all are waiting on. I don't know what they put in these protein cubes, but there's got to be crack cocaine in here. Because they go nuts for them. I mean, they just go crazy for them. Looks like fly medicine worked well. They are pretty clear flies. Nothing like they were looking just a few weeks ago, which is good. We've had a lot of rain, and with that rain comes a whole lot of flies. Bull's been eating something. Rich diet. A little worried about this cow. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she looks very underweight. We're gonna have to check that out. All right, with this chore done, we need to go ahead and check the trough, make sure that they have enough water, that the water's okay in this pasture. In this one, I've got them on a solar powered well that keeps that trough full. Need to make sure everything's okay with the well. You know, well's been going dry around here, so that's something that we always need to keep an eye on. So we'll head over there, check out that, and then I'll show you the pasture they're about to move into. They've eaten down this pasture really, really well. We've had over 6 inches of rain in the last 2 weeks, and you can tell everything is green, but they've eaten it down. You'll see the pasture they're going into next week, or I'm sorry, next month, and the grass is much, much higher. So let's go check that well out. I'll show you where they're going, and then we got to feed the billies. Well, the trough is low, but it's filling. I'm guessing this is where they were when they heard the mule and came a running for the feed. Slowly but surely it's filling, but looks like the water tank is still refilling, so I think we're still in good shape. So this is the pasture they're going to be moving into, and as you can see, grass is much higher on this side of the fence, so they should be pretty happy. We've got a klein grass field that is down in this pasture that we'll let them on, and I think they'll be thrilled to be in that pasture. So that means when we move the cows into that next pasture, they'll still mostly be drinking off of the solar well, as we've got a stock tank in that pasture, but it really didn't refill like we would have liked it to. So we need more rain. That's always the story. Not enough rain, too much rain. Well, with that done, last thing to do is feed the billies. Let's go. Well, last chore was to feed the billies. So they are now fed and got a trough full of feed. Come on, fellas. So the reason that we separate them is a goat's gestation is 5 months. So that means, in theory, if you were to leave the billies on the goats year round, you'd have baby goats twice a year. Now, from a money-making standpoint on the ranch, that may sound like a great idea, but having babies twice a year is really, really hard on the nanny goats. So that's something that we don't do. We usually put the billies with the goats in November. That way they have their kids in the April-May time frame, and when they start having kids, the billies get sequestered over here. And that's a typical day doing the chores. Nothing fancy or exciting, just being the food truck for the animals. Did promise you an update on that baby goat, and like we suspected, he did not make it. We were able to feed him at about 6 o'clock that evening. Fed him again at midnight. He ate okay. In the morning, ate a little bit, and about mid-morning, went to sleep and didn't wake back up. But that's what happens out on a ranch. So thanks for joining me on a typical round with the chores. If you like what you see, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you got any comments or questions, throw them down below. I'll be happy to answer what I can. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.